Yo, it's your man Jam C.
Yo, 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 it's your favorite Republican, Republican Lou.
Yes, and we are going vocal. We are back. We are back. New season, new time, new era, new day,
Yes, yes,
new love, new life.
yes.
Talking about we having lots of fun. Nice outside. It's so crazy. This is the time of year I'm starting to get a little depressed
Oh, shit.
because the weather's getting colder. You know, I don't mind the fall. I like jacket weather. I like jacket weather. I could keep it 100. I like jacket weather. I don't like ski coat and boots and snow. I don't like that because you got to shovel or pay somebody to shovel. I don't like the cold. I could deal with the chilly, but not the cold.
Man, shit. Give me winter all day.
I can't
I
stand it.
don't want shoveling. I don't mind. I don't want that. I don't mind a little snow, but as long as I ain't got to shovel it. Give me winter all day long. I'm good. I'm good.
Nah,
This
that's
summer, it's summer. That shit is for the birds.
nah. I love the summer. Shout out. This is a great year though. Hip hop. The 50th anniversary of hip hop. We have not been to one hip hop concert.
Nah.
We have not. Um, I've been at a hip hop concert on YouTube though. I did watch the Rock the Bells on YouTube, but I have not been to one
Yeah,
concert.
how was that?
It was actually dope. It was actually dope. But I have not been to one hip hop concert. So anybody that's been to a concert or got tickets for a concert coming up and you don't got nobody you want to take, I'm your man. I'm your guy. I'm volunteering my services to be a guest, a plus one. Or you could do a plus three and have the whole squad if you got that
There
many
you go.
tickets.
There you go.
We welcome it.
There
We
you
welcome
go.
it.
There you
But
go.
what I did do that was hip hop this year.
Don't
I
take
did
my shine.
I,
I
I
just about to say.
no, go ahead. What?
No, go ahead.
No, no.
You
I
started.
did go see the Book of Hove.
That's what I was about
I
to
did
say.
see that, and I urge and encourage people. I think it's one of the dopest things. I mean, I don't know him personally, but I can say I'm proud of him. And I know his mother's definitely proud. I know his family's definitely proud. I know his friends. Anybody who watched his journey, I only watched his journey with a bird's eye view through his music. And then we were blessed to be in the same room. Well, I was blessed that we did rub elbows by being in the same room. And through my time and travels with Lords of the Underground, we did do some shows with them. So I did get to see him, and I always thought he was dope even before he was who he was. I just thought before the world knew he was. I always thought he was dope. So when Reasonable Doubt came out, I probably was one of the first ones to buy it because I always thought he was dope.
It was a good album. But so to you didn't steal my thunder, but I was going to mention that I was going to do my small contribute to celebrating 50 years of hip hop by going to see
That's a must
the
do.
Book of Hove, and I'm going to go this weekend. Hopefully, I don't have to work. But even if I did have to work, I'll work around it.
What's a Saturday, Sunday Brooklyn Library? It's open.
I'm gonna go over there and definitely check it out. I've heard nothing but good things, and I think that Hove is. I'm about to say he's my man. Like I know he's not my man, but I appreciate everything that he's done. I
Absolutely,
appreciate the body of work that he's put out.
absolutely.
I appreciate all the things that he's done as a black. And I don't want to say as a black man because I hate to put that
That
title.
title, yes.
But as a man
As a
itself,
man,
you know what I'm saying?
Or you
He's-
could say as a man who comes from humble beginnings like we do.
correct. And and I'm pretty sure there was some adversity throughout the way. There was a bunch of no's before he got a lot of yeses.
Mm-hmm.
Because all you really need is one yes.
That's it.
And,
That is it. That is
once
it.
you get one yes, and everything's up from there. So that's going to be my contribution to 50 years of hip hop by visiting the Brooklyn
Absolutely,
Library.
absolutely. I think that's one perfect way. I think that's contributing to the hip hop community by supporting the art that we pretty much a culture that we created. It's for us by us. Shout out to Fubu, but and I think that that's a beautiful thing. So I just encourage people that anything hip hop that you could do it. I mean, we do it every day anyway.
Right.
But, we celebrating what we consider to be 50 years of hip hop, even though I think hip hop is much older than that. But they say 50 years. And I guess that's when it's got its name. But we were already that when we came on this planet. When we came here, we were already that. Um, shout out to Shy Money too. Shout out to Shy Money.
Shout out to Sha
Um,
Money.
I gotta oh, shout out to me too, cause I'm getting ready. I'm training for my run.
Mm-hmm.
I'm training for my run. Lot going on. I'm motivating myself. I'm getting ready to send my thank yous out to those who donated for my St. Jude's run. I really appreciate those people who got behind it and helped me raise my goal, which I thought was dope because
Nice.
I did it in a short period of time and I thought that was dope. So shout out to everybody. I will thank you guys individually on Instagram. So check
Nice.
out the IG JamC underscore going vocal and I think I'm gonna put on the going vocal too. And yeah, but shout out to you guys. But I,
I want to give a shout out, because 13 years ago today, I became a dad.
no,
You know,
congratulations. No
so
cigars
shout out.
today too. And
Nah,
what's the ironic part about that? No
that's yeah,
cigars. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I remember 13 years ago when she was born, I was sitting out Beth Israel, right on what's that, Maple?
And, lines.
But Maple, what's
Maple.
that? Is that Maple?
Clinton Place.
No, what's that street that come across? That ain't Clinton Place.
Osborne Terrace.
Osborne Terrace. I was sitting out on Osborne Terrace smoking a cigar. While
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
because they had to go clean up and get
Yeah.
it right, get it da da da. And I remember, and I didn't even think about. I should have smoked one today for her, but she dug so deep in my goddamn pocket.
Yeah, I dig it.
But shout out to her. Happy birthday, baby
Happy
girl.
birthday. Happy birthday.
I hope you have a good day. You know, when I called her, she was like, "You better go get something to eat." I said, "Where you going to Red Lobster?" She said, "Nah." I said, "You done wore that motherfucker out, huh?
Yeah.
You tired of Red Lobster, huh? Or you tired of Red Lobster?" But
Dig
you
it.
know, but shout out to her, man.
Shout out. Shout out. Shout out.
Very proud of
Salute.
who she's become and she's growing into. Um, she's influenced, but she isn't influenced.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
and I know that makes sense, but you know, doesn't make sense. It's an oxymoron. But she cling on to kids who she think is her friends, but really isn't. I mean,
Mhm.
that's life. That's what we
Yeah.
all probably done that before. You know what I'm saying? But just have to learn how to,
To
just have to
navigate.
get burnt
Yeah.
by a friend.
Yeah. Gotta
Then
navigate.
realize that everybody ain't
Not your friend.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we adopt friends, especially when you're such a young age. And
Definitely.
if you happen to be like a social butterfly, everybody's your friend.
Right.
Everybody's your friend.
And that's her. Everybody in her school knows her. You know, everybody. She knows her. First of all, she's probably the tallest goddamn kid in school.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But everybody knows her. You know, she's done cheerleading, track team, all that stuff. So, but keep up the good work. High school next. Lord have mercy.
Get ready, kid. Get ready. Yo, so listen, I was looking at I sometimes I trend I go to YouTube to see what the trending situations are, and what I came across was they were talking about the Tyler Perry situation. He has all these women, and I don't know if it's all women, but I'm sure like black women in particularly, but I'm sure it's probably other women too, who were offended by a statement that he made in reference to women choosing their mate. Like I guess if the young man has less than her, that she should be there to support him, help him. I don't know the verbiage he used per se,
He
but
said-
a sister was telling me about it, and she vented in a way where she started attacking Tyler Perry's credibility. So do you know what was said or?
Well, I caught a piece of it when he said that if a man pays a light bill, then he's a good man.
Okay.
You know, and I think I'm pretty sure there's more context to it, but that's all that I've heard. And then you just see the responses, and it was this one young lady. She was going in on Tyler Perry about how he just got this studio, and he's just saying being politically correct because all the writers are on strike, and he needs to maintain his studio, and then how all his movies were depicting of black people, either a divorce or some woman getting beat, or it's just all the negative stereotypes or the negative, just portraying black people in negative ways, and how he's made a living off of that, and even furthermore how he puts down black women when it was a black woman that made him who he is,
Mm-hmm.
which what she was saying is if you weren't playing Medea, you wouldn't even be
Yeah,
in
who
the
you at,
position
Chris?
that you were. And so she kind of went in on him, and so I guess what we wanted to talk about, I guess in a sense, either A, what makes a good man, and B, are the standards for women too high? When their standards or criteria is too high, and I know that is subjective. It is subjective to whoever standards they are. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying? And it's subjective to however they see it. I think that, when it comes to men and women choosing their mates, there are women out here that are equally uh, who make money, like out in this
Yes.
corporate world,
Yes. Absolutely.
and you're gonna find a lot of these women are making more money than men.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And you want somebody to match you or make more than you, you're probably not gonna find that.
And if well, it's yeah, it's very it's not that many. I won't say I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but it's tough. It could be difficult, because you have to weed through a lot of situations and a lot of scenarios. Um, I I hear the statement, and I can agree to disagree. I think they have some valid points. Well, let me go back to what you just said about his movies. I can agree that his movies or his television shows aren't the very best, but I do think he show every individual of us in his shows. Yeah, he does have the knucklehead black dude, but then he does have the positive black dude on the same show.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He might have the prostitute or the crackhead mother, but then he have the nurse or the attorney who's trying to help the child. So there's always a balance. I just think it's what attracts you to the show the most. I'm not a fan of the shows. You know what I'm saying? But I've watched a few of them. A couple of his movies was okay. And I admit I did support the Medea when he was doing the plays, because I figured it's a black man doing the play. And it was actually funny. Now, I think his plays is better than the television shows. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, to your point, it's subjective. If you might not be a fan of his work, but you think about a lot of black directors, everybody has a strong point. Because John Singleton did Boys in the Hood. The only person you seen positive in Boys in the Hood was Ricky, who died. Um, Lawrence Fishburne, who's the dad, and then Trey, who ended up going to school. But everybody else, with the exception of Nia Long's character, was negative. And nobody took a shot at John Singleton for that. You know what I'm saying?
Or even more so, John Singleton created Snowfall.
Snowfall, exactly. And it ain't 90% of the people on that show negative. You know what I'm saying? So his mother, who was supposed to be about righteousness, ended up selling drugs with him. His father was the only person who was
washing the money.
Yeah, his father was the only one, and his father was killed. So, I think we look at the individual and judge that person. If we don't like the mannerism or situation, then I think that's where it goes. That's just my opinion. But let me ask you the question though. That same statement that they made about the woman making more, they're saying what they're saying. She lowering her standards.
Oh well, I didn't. It's a possibility.
Because I think that's one of the comments I read. But
it's a possibility if what she was saying is like, well, if you're telling us to accept somebody
that just paid a light
bill, then, and the lady was like, if I'm paying my bills, I could do, and what do I need you for if I'm already paying my bills? But then
But what if he was going to school and that's all he could pay?
But to me, I think a lot of times people, they say they never find happiness, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the things is you're not looking for love, you're looking for a transaction.
Apparently.
You're looking for somebody, you're looking for it to be transactional. What can you do for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
When, if you take it scriptural and biblical, the woman is a helpmate to the man.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So, and granted, I'm not saying get behind any and every man. You need to get behind somebody that got a vision and heading in the direction. You need to be able to get behind somebody that can lead you, because that's the problem. Women, is not that they're not willing to give up and be led or be submissive, but what are they giving it up to?
Yeah.
That's the problem. And
Yeah.
most jokers don't have a clue where they're going or how to get there. You know, they just
Yeah.
want you be like, yo, babe, come with me to the store. All right, what store you going to? I don't know. Well, how we gonna get there? I figure it out.
Yeah.
No, that's not how this is work.
Yeah.
You gotta let me know. Are we going to Target?
Yes.
Which one you going to? We're going to the Target right there in Clark.
Around the corner. Yeah.
That shit is a mile away.
Right,
We're gonna
yeah.
go straight up Westfield Avenue,
Yeah.
make a right, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying?
So that's why.
how it should be.
So that's why when I heard about the statement, I just think maybe he responded or gave the scenario where it was maybe too broad. He just used, because that's a real sensitive topic. I would say coming from him, because he's already attacked by a lot of black women, black people, period. But I think it was just I don't think he meant it the way they took it. And again, I don't know him. Maybe he did, but I just don't think, because he seems like a positive individual. I just think he was looking more or less when he said light bill. He probably could have said, "What if he can only pay mortgage, but he can't pay nothing else or whatever?" But I'm just thinking maybe he gave that, but he was basically saying he's responsible. He probably just
Right.
can't. You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
be so hard.
Yeah,
on the-
he's responsible. So that's
don't
the
be
way
so
I took
hard
it.
on the brother.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
because when if we switch that, how many times a guy who was a multimillionaire married a waitress, and nobody even thought to say you lowering your standards. They women would say she came up, or they might say why he didn't pick me. I don't think they would attack it more if it was a man who did it than it would be if it was a woman who did it. I just think it's because she's a woman and he made that statement that they're just attacking her. And I could be wrong, but I don't think it would have got as much notoriety if the roles was reversed.
Nah, it wouldn't be, right? And I think if the roles were reversed and the standards were the same way, right?
Mhm.
There'd be a lot of single women out here.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Like, and again, I'm not being chauvinistic. I'm not bashing any women or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Your standards are your standards, right? And the reality of it, if you think about it, you may have a standard today, or your standard that you had 5 years ago, clearly not. I'm hoping won't be your same standard today, because you should have evolved within the last 5 years, and some of the shit that you liked 5 years ago, clearly you ain't doing today. So your standards may change. Those things, some people may not need as much as you thought you may have needed back then.
Mhm.
You know, you may felt like, oh, I need somebody to come in, help with the kids, help with the groceries, help, cleaning the car, cleaning and da 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 da, all those things. And that might not necessarily be what you need today. I was talking to the young lady that live in my building.
Mhm.
Her and her people separated, right? And so now I come home, I see out there in the yard, out there, doing stuff, and she's like, "Oh boy, I really miss him." Now you miss him?
Yeah.
You only miss him because what he was able to do around the house.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. We got it. You got it all backwards sometimes. Sometimes I think we got it backwards.
Yeah.
And I think we all looking at what somebody can do for me.
That's
we
what it
always
sounds
in
like.
that
Yeah.
Using this person for that and using that person for this. I think that's the sad part about it. You know what I'm saying? I think we should all be, in it for different reasons, man. Like, for different reasons. It's just
Like, and it's funny that you say that too. Think about the move with I don't know if you ever seen, what was that movie Tyler Perry had, The Family That Prays, with Sanaa Lathan and the husband, Rockman, whatever his name is. He was the husband and she was cheating on him with the boss.
Right.
All right, in that movie, she was making more money than him.
Right.
He worked for the company, but she was making more.
Right.
I think the point he was trying to get across to that he had drive. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't like no bum. He just had a dream to become something. So I think, and again, I'm just guessing. I'm guessing that when he meant pay the light bill, I think he mean maybe the husband has a dream. Maybe he has a dream, and he has the potential that he will get there. You're here already. Cause I hear I've met a few people in my travels in life that where two couples got together. Of course, they weren't black though, and I remember the husband telling me him and his wife had a plan that she was going to go to school. She was going to go to school, get
Mm-hmm.
into her career, and he was going to help her elevate. And when she and he did that, he supported her the whole time. She elevated. Now she's sitting on money. Now their goal was once she did that, he could do it. And he said, and that's exactly what they did. She supported him, and he elevated. He said, now they're both where they supposed to be. And I think when I heard that Tyler Perry statement, that's what I thought. But
Mm-hmm.
when I see all these women, they start going in, and I'm like, I mean, everybody, and I'm just like, I don't know if he meant it that way. But again, that's just me. I just don't. I don't know. You know, they attacked his character and start going into his shows rather than the statement that he made.
Right, right. And I think he's a brother where, to me, when he got on, he I feel like to me he opened up doors and created plenty of jobs
For those,
for
yes,
plenty of
especially for the
people.
people he started with,
Plenty of
because he didn't
people.
forget
Right. Even now, it's still opening up
doors.
doors and giving out jobs and stuff like that. So I think she just maybe she felt offended. Maybe the woman feel offended. You know, we're in a day and age now where everybody has a voice.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can say X, Y, and Z. You know, and everybody's so sensitive and offended by it. You know, if it's just something that you won't do, and granted, it's okay to hear your side of the story, what you willing to do and what you ain't willing to do. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. But at the same time, like, come on, was it really that serious?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Was it really that serious? Because you think about it, when we were, you know, granted, we were younger and our parents, they may have done X, Y, and Z, but you know, they put up with a lot of shit.
Shit. Yeah. Yeah. I just think, yeah, I think it was overthought. I think people overthinking the whole thing. Again, and that's his opinion. That's how he feel. He's open to that. I don't think it's fair
And
to
this is her. This is these young ladies'
opinion
opinion
too.
as well.
Exactly.
So
But I would
taking
just
away
say
from that.
keep it on the topic. You know what I'm saying? Because when you start attacking his character as a person, you know, he just gave his opinion on something.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? That's just like saying I like blue sneakers. You might say I like black, but then I start talking about the job you do for a living and the outfit you wore
Right.
yesterday. That's nothing to do with what you like or how you feel. Like,
Right.
you know, you might not agree with me. That's fine. Then you could give your opinion on your thoughts on that. But when you start attacking me as an individual, which we often do sometimes,
Right.
you know, you don't even know him as a person. You know, I look at it this way. You know, he hasn't hurt anybody. You know, he's a guy that's hired probably more black people than anybody I know on TV, and he kept the people that he started with. You know how many people don't do that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He kept all of the people that started with him and that supported him, even when he couldn't pay them.
Right.
They still stuck by him. And he's also one of the only people I know that went back to the people that we grew up watching TV with and hired them currently. That's why you got Cicely Tyson and all these older people who was making money in the 70s where we forgot about them. He brought them back to Hollywood. So I got to commend him for that. These are people's mothers, grandmothers who probably were still wanting to act and stuff like that, and he gave them that second chance. And I thought that was
and
dope.
And people became super large after dealing with his brand. Think about David Mann, Tamla Mann.
Yes,
You know,
but they started with him, so
they
yeah,
started with him,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's
And
just the name
they
of
created
a few.
exactly. Yeah, I just, you know, again, man, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on the topic. It was just some thoughts on our mind that we wanted to address, but you guys could tell us what you think. Do you think he was wrong, or I mean, just give us your feedback. What you think? Do you think what he said was offensive, or it was just to try to bring a community together through communication? Because I think again, it was vague. To your point, even if he could just pay the light bill, I don't think he meant to say like he was just a bum, you know. But again, a woman has the choice to make to decide if she want to deal with somebody like that. That's all they really had to say.
This is crazy. Cause I'm sitting here thinking, like, what if I was out here like, yo, shorty, I ain't fucking with you. You can't pay my motherfucking light bill. Da 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 da. Yeah, they look
That's
at me
it.
like I'm
Crazy.
crazy. Look at me
Exactly.
like I'm crazy.
Exactly. Yeah, but yo, listen, people, let us know what you think, man. Shout us out on goingvocal@gmail.com. That's GOINVOCAL at gmail.com.
Wow, good. Good spelling.
Yeah, I try to do my best.
Reach me at IG, Republican_Lou.
And me, JamC _ going vocal. And Sha Money Bloomies girl. And yeah, and like always, you keep going vocal. It's your man JamC.
It's a Republican Lou Bim.
And we are going vocal. Peace.
Peace.
Everybody tune into the Pod Squad now.